items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others.
구애할 때는 사야 된다고요.
The records
그래,
say
사고
Doyle checked herself in and
사서
requested I
후회하냐 안
admit no
사서
visitors.
후회하냐 하면 사서
The requests
후회하자.
of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without Take care. Something I can help you with? Take care.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
성형이요?
Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those not-so-pearly whites? I'm your gal. Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment, not without my mechanicals. Where the law is Irian anyway? Sure. How do you think we keep this pile of junk in the sky? It costs bits, and a little prettying up brings in a fair few of them. Or it would, if I had my dang mechanicals. I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
다리에서 꼬리가 없이 없어졌어.
Keep hanging around, and I'll begin to think you're... What can... You have...
근데 나 여기 막 들어와도 되는 거야?
Does Dr. Mfuru ever take a day off?
동면부작용. 나도 겪고 있는데. 이런 데서 자고 싶니? 얘 또 성격 참. 이 안쪽이 들어가면 안 되는 거잖아요. 이건 어떻게 사용해야 되지? 그냥 사용하겠습니까? 뭐 그런 식으로 뜨는 건가? 아, 이제 활성화되네. 이동 시 에너지를 소모하고 다 소모되면은 모습이 벗어나서 신문을 당하는데 거기에서 대화로 통과를 하면은 다시 설정. 반복될수록 확률이 줄어든다고?
Keep up the good work.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
다 같이 변신했네.
To the last ratchet on Rutton time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine.
다
so long
아렉도
as I'm
견뎌낼
left
수
alone.
없던 똥오줌의 도끼였던 거지.
Should have known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
이 꾀병이었구만.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
사실 나 이사회에서 일하는데. 굳이 이사회에서 일한다고 협박할 필요가 있나? 아, 협박해갖고 봐달라면 돈 뺏을 수 있나?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70
여기서
years.
갑자기 희망호가?
Udam was my buyer for when I'd acquired the diamond. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udam's deposit I'd spent.
주는 게 이득인 집단이라고.
Udam Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
게이지가 옆에 점점점 표시는 뭘까? 그냥 3명이란 얘긴가? 권력에게 컨셉으로 해도 꿀잼일 것 같다고. 그러면은 행성마다 이사회에서 독립을 시키는 게 아니고 다 이사회에 기속을 시키는 거지. 그리고 한 자리 차지하는 거. 여기는 뭐 열 수가 없어갖고. 야, 얘기하고 왔어.
Any word on Jesse?
질서선이라고. 왜 질서 있네? 회사의 규율에 맞춰서.
Let's just say she did me a favor and now I owe her. So, did you find her or what? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
주인공 너무 오지랖 넓어. 뭐 얘네랑 무슨 관계라고 도와주는 거야?
You've been flying the outer systems route lately? Deader than a space panic out there. Traffic's down all over. Even the inner zone.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you. Why, it gets you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
NPC들은 정말 다 거기서
All the better for
전쟁했구만.
performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire. Only takes a bit of elbow grease and a spot of engineering know-how. Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold. Ours is in engineering. You can take your new toys over there if you feel like tinkering. No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but
무기를
if you want to replace it,
교체하면은
the originals tend to snap like plastic toys.
확률이 있나 봐.
Right here for a start. I got a fair selection. Modified weapons are my specialty. A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIES tops the list. So, what can I get you?
보면 뭐하냐, 돈이 없는데.
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go?
캐피탈리즘.
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch. Okay?
시체도 그냥 던져놓은 거야? 여기서 NPC들 치면은 경비병들하고 다 싸워야 된단 말이야.
CNP Force Pockets.
이래서 PC방에서 로그아웃 해야 된다니까. 모자 크기가 안 맞는다는데. 식당 옆 창고 2층에서 구인을 하고 있다고? 이사회 재산에서 어슬렁거리는 것을 엄격히 금지하고 있습니다.
Got any leads on salvage? Doesn't even have to be broke yet. We'll take anything.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Corporations
Now,
never
this should prove interesting.
올라가는 게 있네. 아, 퀘스트는 저쪽인데? 옮기면 올라가죠.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity.
편의점에서 귤 판다고요?
Right.
편의점 귤은 비싸잖아요.
Never mind. That about answers it.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable? Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
바나나 사봤는데 맛없었다고?
Sure am.
바나나가 맛이
A
없을
few
수도
years
있나?
back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
Sublight for life. Corporations never lifted a finger for me.
단맛이 하나도 없다고요? 샤인머스켓이 비싸다고. 그래, 바나나도 회사마다 조금씩 맛이 틀린가? 품종이 달라서 그러겠죠?
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
육개장맛 감자칩은 그냥 딱 보기만 해도 맛없어 보이지 않아요?
You clutched those pearls awfully tight for someone flying a dead man's ship. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of
시간
his
바나나
anywhere.
단일 품종 아니냐고? 그래도 조금 여러 가지 있다던데?
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
아직은 키가 없는데.
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
Thank you. I work hard to keep it that way.
맞장구 쳐주자.
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets, grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board,
똥은
and that
76을
kind
산
of
사람
talk
있어?
only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate. Ask. I have nothing to hide. Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
메인 퀘스트 좀 진행해야지 퀘스트를 주나 봐요.
Make this conversation.
My dad taught me some French, you know? Stuff about omelets and, fromage. I could take a look at that journal.
By all means. I would be astounded, yet astronomically in your debt.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing at all about eggs and cheese in here. Sorry.
Very helpful. Thank you.
바늘지 소세지 상점.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only testament to its durability.
난 살까 했는데 다르게
We also have a
소주랬다.
line of specialized melee weapons for those times you have to repel
그렇담.
borders
직접
but
가서
don't want to
사시는
risk
건
a bullet from the
어떨까요?
hull. Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations. I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom. Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in this shape.
오, 방어도가 높은데 이제.
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Reports from concerned supervisors indicate that rates of time theft are on the rise. We urge all of our listeners to remember that lack of productivity is not a
Good
victimless
law, the
crime.
heat in here is so unbearable I can hardly even
Workers should be on the
concentrate.
lookout for slacking
Junlei
and
better hurry
underperforming.
up with those damn repairs already.
Anyone you suspect of time theft to your
레데리 에픽에서 예고하고 있다고요?
This has been
레데리는 어차피 다 했잖아요. 플스로 다 깼는데 굳이 PC로 또?
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
현대적인 관철 렌즈와 단신.
Quietly now.
책 같은 경우는 어떻게 사용하는 거야? 퀘스트템이네요. 레델이 엄청 오래 했다고? 게임 자체가 템포가
Junlei
느리잖아.
Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're
야!
visiting.
계획 잡는 소리 좀 하지 마라.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
와, 경험치
Parvati,
많이
is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
빨리 해, 빨리 말해.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
지능이 여기서?
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
평판 증가.
I keep diligent records of station repairs, requisitions, and available assets, just like my grandmother taught me. The station's radiators haven't changed since her time, and her records say the parts should be there. I trust them. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
다른 사람은 안 보내봤어?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable. Mardits are descended from the original Marine detachment that crossed the void with Groundbreaker. I don't put their lives on the line if I can avoid it. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. What can I do for you, Captain? You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget.